Welcome back, everyone. Today we are diving into a really powerful and poetic piece from Nietzsche's Thus Spoke Zarathustra called The Night Song.
That sounds fascinating. Nietzsche can be quite intense, so I'm looking forward to breaking this down. What's the central idea behind this night song?
At its heart, it's about the profound loneliness and burden of being a great creator or thinker, someone who constantly gives but can never receive.
So it's a song of sadness then. Zarathustra starts by saying, "'Tis night," but then describes himself as light. That seems like a contradiction.
Exactly. That's the core paradox. He is light, meaning he is a source of wisdom and virtue, constantly shining and giving, but he desperately wishes he were night.
And what does night represent for him? Is it just about wanting a break, or is there something deeper to his longing for darkness?
It's much deeper. Night represents the state of being a receiver. He wants to be dark so that he could suck at the breasts of light, meaning he wants to take in nourishment and warmth from others.
So he's tired of being the sun that only gives heat and light. He wants to be the planet that receives it for a change. That makes sense.
Precisely. He says he doesn't know the happiness of the receiver, and that his own virtue has become a source of misery because it's so abundant.
That's a powerful thought. He says, "It is my poverty that my hand never ceaseth bestowing." How can constant giving be a form of poverty?
It's a spiritual poverty. He gives and gives, but his soul feels empty because nothing flows back to him. His generosity has made him weary and even callous.
He mentions that his hand has become too hard for the trembling of filled hands. Is he saying he's lost his empathy through the act of giving?
In a way, yes. The act has become mechanical. He also feels a major disconnect, saying there's a gap betwixt giving and receiving that can't be bridged.
What does that gap look like in reality? Is it that people don't appreciate his gifts, or that the gifts themselves don't truly have an impact?
It's the feeling that his wisdom doesn't truly touch their souls. It's like pouring your heart out to someone who is only half listening. The act of giving happens, but the receiving doesn't complete the circuit.
I think we can all relate to that feeling. It's like giving advice you know is valuable, but the other person just nods and ignores it completely.
That's a perfect everyday example. Now, this frustration leads to a very shocking idea in the text, a hunger for wickedness.
Yes, that part really stood out. Why would this great, virtuous figure suddenly hunger for wickedness? It seems to go against everything he stands for.
This wickedness isn't about becoming evil. It's a psychological rebellion. It's the desire to injure those he illuminates or rob those he has gifted.
But why? Is it just out of pure frustration, or is there a deeper psychological reason for this desire to cause harm?
It's a desperate hunger to feel something different, to break the one-way flow of giving. By taking back or causing a small injury, he would be forcing a reaction and creating a two-way relationship, even a negative one.
So it's not about malice, but about a craving for reciprocity. He wants to feel a connection, even if that connection comes from a negative action.
Exactly. He gives an example, withdrawing my hand when another hand already stretcheth out to it. This hesitation, this refusal to give, is his form of wickedness.
That makes so much more sense. It's the ultimate act of defiance for someone who is defined by giving. It's like a celebrity refusing to sign an autograph.
Perfect analogy. It's a way of asserting his own needs over the expectations of others. He calls this a revenge that his abundance thinks of.
This all ties back to what you said at the beginning about profound loneliness. He feels completely isolated in his role as the giver.
Absolutely. He talks about the lonesomeness of all bestowers, the silence of all shining ones. He feels a kinship with other suns, but they too are silent.
He says other suns are also traveling on their own courses, and that this is their coldness. Is he saying all great creators are doomed to be isolated?
That's the tragic implication. They give light to the darkness, but they are silent and cold to each other. There's no community for them.
And that leads to the line, "Ah, there is ice around me. My hand burns with the iciness." How can his hand burn with ice?
It's a powerful metaphor for the pain of his isolation. He is a source of warmth, light, but he himself is surrounded by the cold of loneliness. The burning is the intense pain of that cold.
So who is able to receive the warmth he gives off? He seems to suggest that not everyone can actually take it in.
He says only the dark, nightly ones can drink the milk from the light's udders. Only those who are in a state of needing and receiving can benefit from him.
This implies that another shining one, another sun like himself, wouldn't be able to receive anything from him. They're both just giving out energy.
You've got it. It's a one-way street. The givers can only give to the receivers, not to each other, which reinforces their fundamental isolation.
That's an incredibly bleak and tragic view of greatness. It makes his longing for night, for the ability to receive, seem so much more desperate.
It is. The entire night song is a lament. It's a cry from his soul, which he describes as a gushing fountain that longs to be heard and understood.
So when he says his soul is the song of a loving one, he means he is full of love to give, but that very love is what isolates him.
Precisely. The song is a plea to escape this condition. He's not just broadcasting wisdom, he is expressing a deep personal thirst for connection and for dialogue, not just monologue.
It completely reframes the idea of being a great thinker or artist. Instead of being a gift, it can become a kind of curse of perpetual lonely giving.